Thank you so much. Hi, you guys. I'm so excited to chat today. I'm Nicole Diedrich. I'm going to go in. I have like a little intro here, but I want you guys to know that you can ask questions during this training. I should be able to get through everything in under 30 minutes, but there is going to be math. And I love starting out with this screen here, right? Because this is what everybody's ideal is. Oh, Facebook ads, right? It's going to help me get to 6-figure plus and make me all of this money. But how do we do that? It takes money to make money, as we all know, but there is math behind it. And just a little backstory on me. When I was in school, I was very good at math and science, graduated with my high school diploma and my AAS when I was 18, finished all the calculus you could do at 18, but I hated it, hated math. But I was really good at it. This has come in super handy for my digital marketing agency that I run, where we focus on paid advertising. But I really want this to be a training that opens your guys' eyes that there is a way to make ads work for your business realistically over a length of time, and helping make it not a scary thing for you to do if your business is organically ready for this. So let's dive into it together. And I got to make sure I click through. I'm Nicole Diedrich. I own Diedrich Marketing Strategies, and I have a small team. We have 2 in-house team members. I collaborate with awesome business owners like Haley. She has been my mentor since day one. And I am just so honored to be here with each of you guys today and help you move through if ads could be an awesome journey for you in the future right now, or, another business endeavor. Just a little bit about me and my business. I've generated over 6 million in revenue for my ad clients. We have been doing ads now for a little over 3.5 years. I'll be full-time in business in August for 4 years. I've generated tens of thousands of leads, and that's what we're really going to talk about today, because leads are what's going to get us to being able to build successful funnels and, of course, building successful sales. So yes, 15% to 40% conversion rate. Now, honestly, you guys, this is the usual average for all properly built funnels, right? So this is something that, again, it's not just the ads bringing in these people, it's making sure that the thing that we are offering, service or product, is being sold well on our funnels, and we also help that sales process. So a lot of my clients are either service digital products or e-commerce products, so it is sometimes easier to sell, but I work with my own services, sell them all the time through ads as well. It just takes a little longer. So what I'm going to walk through today as well is it's over a year-long period. These numbers that I'm going to be using, all of that's going to be done over a 12-month period. So you'll actually really get to see the numbers. And of course, I've helped over 50 plus businesses one-on-one see success, whether that's one-on-one training, whether that's done for you ads. And then I've helped at this point over 1,000 other business owners learn how to do ads themselves, because I do have an ads course and then a membership as well. So that's just a little bit about me. But today, what's really cool about this training is this is something that you'll be able to do, bring your numbers in. You might not be able to do it today, but on the recording, you guys will be able to go through this math and actually see what's going to work for you if you want to try out lead generation ads. So the numbers we're going to be talking about today are revenue goals, gross margin numbers. As service providers, this is a little harder to find, but most of the time, we have a gross margin or a profit margin of something, right? That's the percentage we're going to use here. Your average order or sales value, and then our sales conversion rate, which is, like I was saying, our funnel lead rate is different than our sales conversion rate, but you'll see that soon. So what kind of lead gen ads can we create? So we talk about lead generation all the time, and obviously there's organic ways to get leads, there's paid ways to get leads. Just know that the way that you get leads organically, you also do that with paid, right? It's just us putting money behind it. So it's really not any different than what you guys are currently doing in your organic marketing. It's just, hey, this lead generation funnel that we have is working. Let's see if it will work with some paid ads behind it as well. What I'm going to talk about are the 4 top ones that do the best for my clients and for myself. And they're honestly really easy to build out and sometimes super fun. So the first one that works the best, and this works for service providers very, very well too, are quizzes. So using quizzes is a great way to gain info and get clients in the door, right? And also pre-qualify, which, as we were just talking about with sales, that's really, really important, because not everybody is our person, even if they're ready to buy from us and the ideal client, right? A quiz is a great way to kind of see where they're at, pre-qualify, and also just learn a little bit more about our audience. The next one that works really, really great is a freebie or a workshop, a low ticket offer. What can you give away for free that's going to help have your clients chomping at the bit to work with you? Again, you have to remember, depending on what you guys do, you want them to be always coming from your ads, to always be coming from the space of what is going to change my client's current situation. Like, what are they currently struggling with? And giving them something for free to walk through that is what's going to help them say yes to you, right? And to learn to know, like, and trust you, hopefully quickly. The next one is a free group or podcast. These ones are super fun, and these are really great for top of funnel. So top of funnel ads, I have like 3 different acronyms that I use a lot, and most ad people use them as well. Top of funnel is a super, super cold, broad audience. Then you have a cold audience, or a cold detail audience, as I like to call it, where I'm actually using interest-based details within building out my ads. Then you have middle of funnel, which is just like a retargeting ad, but usually middle funnel retargeting ads are for people who haven't purchased something or haven't purchased from you at all, or haven't joined your freebie, whatever it is that we are trying to get them to take action on. And then you, of course, have retargeting, which retargeting can be people who have purchased in the past. But free groups and podcasts are great to just get yourself out there and help grow your spaces that you're wanting to grow. And then, of course, first access lists. So getting them on a VIP list or a first access list of services, courses, programs, retreats. All of this works really, really well, especially for those warmer people who are like, okay, I know who Haley is, but I've never learned about this service that she does. So this might be a great opportunity for me to learn more, right? The next thing is what's important, KPIs. KPIs stand for key performance indicators. Each of us within our businesses have different KPIs. Some of them can be the same, some of them can be different. But what we're going to look today at is kind of the key performance indicators of lead gen ads and how to know that our lead gen ads are actually performing. These are numbers that not a lot of people talk about. A lot of people keep to themselves, right? Especially agencies, because they want people to come and work with them. And a lot of people in my space, because it is something that seems hard or is talked about being, extremely difficult to learn, are afraid to share this with everyone. But I want to state, Facebook ads, when learned correctly, do not have to be hard. They do not have to take tons of time. It's just something that it is going to be a new learning experience, but it becomes a lot easier once taught correctly. But some of the KPIs that we'll talk about, I'll show you guys on the next slide. But how to calculate, today we're going to talk about how to calculate the exact traffic you need to hit your sales goals. So like I mentioned, this is going to be some awesome math that, let's say organically, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach these goals. If I invest some money in ads, is that going to help me, right? We're going to have all of that here today. And I love teaching this process because it makes your goals so much more tangible, right? Because we can do this for just our organic places that we are spending our time, because you guys do honestly have all of these numbers. It's just we have to find them, right? Data is queen, as I like to say. But what we're going to talk about today is revenue, gross margin, and profit. I'm just going to kind of skip through this slide because obviously we all kind of know how that lays out in our business. And I want to note that this is just one lever you can pull in your marketing strategy, right? Ads are not supposed to be bringing in 100% of your sales. That is dangerous. They fluctuate just like organic marketing. It should be a piece of your marketing strategy. And it's something that doesn't work for everyone, or some people just don't like, right? And that is okay. I think what I love about ads is it's really like you're building out this puzzle piece to your business. And for some of you, this may make complete sense. And for others, you're like, no, Nicole, this doesn't make sense for me. And that is 100% okay. Not all traffic is created equal. This is really important as well. What I love about ads is usually we are bringing in more of our clients that are looking for their problems to be solved already, right? So they're more detailed targeted. They're more ready to say yes to us and what we are offering. Obviously, multiply your revenue goals by your gross margin to get your gross profit. That's just math there. I love that I see Wendy says she loves data. That is my go-to focus. And then, of course, don't get discouraged. You'll learn and tweak as you go. The biggest thing that I hear from ads is people say they try it for like 15 days and like, it didn't work, it sucked. No, I'm over it. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. For any marketing strategy that you guys are trying new, right? We have to do something for 90 plus days. 90 plus days is so important because it's consistency. It's we can actually see the fluctuation in consumer behavior. Like this is so important because if you start in summertime doing ads, right, that's slow season. People are traveling, right? Maybe they're not on social media as much. You're going to get a skewed number than if you started in fourth quarter by a lot. And that's something that I talk about. You need to make sure that you can be committed to this process. I love the 6-month rule, the 180 days rule, because you're really going to get a good idea of, can I sustain this? Is this working? And no, you don't have to be spending thousands of dollars if you're doing it yourself and trained properly. I will keep asterisking that because that will help you. Just takes a little longer. So using Facebook ads to hit your traffic goals. So organic is great, but as we know, it's slow as fuck. When you put some money behind your brand, you can grow a lot faster, but it needs to make sense from a financial perspective. And that's what I talk about within this training. Everything needs to make sense for you and your business. So how to know if your ads are working. So these are the ideal KPIs. They can vary by business, but these are the KPIs that all of my current done for you clients are at, right? Or above, or I turn off the ads. I'm like, this campaign isn't working. This audience needs to be tweaked or copy needs to be tweaked. These 3 numbers tell me if something is working or not working. So right here, we have click-through rate. Click-through rate is just like a website conversion rate. Obviously, if you're a service provider, we usually have higher conversion rates, right, when we're talking to people. But for a Facebook ad, if we are having a 1.5% plus click-through rate, it means we're doing good. We're hitting the right people. They're engaging with the ad, right? The next thing is cost per click. This is really important because this one probably varies the most. Because ideally, if our cost per click, let's say, is higher than $2, but the leads we're getting are valuable leads, they're ready to say yes, they're converting, it's okay that our cost per click is a little higher, right? It just means we have a detailed audience. Yes, correct. So the conversion rate, right? So this 15% or better within 90 days is as your leads come in, right? So this is the process that a lot of us service providers, we have to play a role in, right? We have to make sure that our email flows are strong. We have to make sure that our connection with these potential leads, we don't just like drop them and ghost them, right? They come into our, and I'm bad at this, by the way. It is something I'm working on. I have someone helping me with my back end and helping me with these flows. And that 15 to 40% is the percentage of the 1.5. Yeah, technically it's, so this 1.5% click through is like the people from our audience clicking into our ad, right? And then this 15% is going to be based off the people who actually become leads. So they actually sign up for whatever it is we're offering, is what that 15% to 40% is going to come off of. But what I love about this is I have a full exercise for us, and this is based off of a service provider service, pretty average for some of my clients and what we do for ads. Now you have to remember, I usually am not running conversion ads for a service that is $500, $1,500, $2,000 right off the bat, right? Those campaigns are based off of a warm audience who've come through our funnel, who are ready for that next step. But I want to say this average order value here because this becomes really important to our lead conversion rate at that 15 to 40%, right? Yes. And a lot of people, they go into ads and they're like, my offer is so great. It's only $199. It should sell like hotcakes. It doesn't work like that, right? Like you have to remember Facebook ads is an AI system, right? It's trying to learn all of these different things, but people that are cold to us, right? Like you go up to somebody, just random Joe, and you're like, hey, it looks like you drive this type of car. I'm a car mechanic. I can help you right now because this looks like something's wrong. They're not going to buy from you immediately. They're like, why the hell is this person coming up to me and checking out my car? That's kind of creepy. So it's like we're warming them up with ads. But these are the numbers we're going to use for this exercise. Our click-through rate of 1.5%. Our cost per click is between $50 to $2, 50 cents to $2. Cost per lead. This is that number, Mike, that we're going to be using for cost per lead. That's going to get your conversion rate 15 to 40%, right? So cost per lead, $5 to $20. I will say a lot of my clients are seeing lower than this, but this is a really good average. And I also wanted to sort of scare you guys with a higher cost lead, right? Because $20, depending on your service, is not bad, to be honest with you. Like if we are getting a well-qualified lead, that's a really strong one. Yes, correct. And then the conversion rate is the percent. Yes, correct. Out of those opt-ins, that's the conversion rate, correct? So let's talk numbers, you guys. Just know this will be on the replay. And I am here for all of these questions too for the math. I'll make sure to go through it. I do have 2 more slides that also dive into it a little bit more. But this is going to be our example. Okay, so let's say somebody here has a business and they're like, Nicole, I want to make 300K this year. And I do want to use ads to help me do that. Like I know that my offer is good. It sells well organically. I have a strong funnel. It's ready for me to start doing ads to it, lead gen ads. So we're going to say, okay, so out of this 300K a year goal, we want 25% of that revenue to come from our ads, right? That's our goal. 75% is going to come from organic referrals, all the other things we're doing in our marketing strategy, because we have multiple things. And then 25% is going to come from our lead gen ads that we're going to start. So that means that our lead gen ads need to make up 75K of that 300,000 we want to bring in this year. So how do we do that math, right? We need to figure out, okay, so our offer that we are highlighting, right, that our lead gen is flowing into is $500. Let's say that's what it is. So that means we need to have 150 sales to hit that $75,000, right? And again, this is over a whole year. This is not in 2 months, 3 months. This is a whole year of doing lead gen ads consistently. So, okay, I know I need 150 sales. So I'm going to then divide the orders that I need by the average conversion rate that I have, right, from those leads. So it's going to be 150 divided by between 40 to 15%. So that means I'm going to need between 375 leads to 1,000 leads throughout the whole year, right, to hit my 75K goal. That sounds really realistic if you think about it, right? If we're staying consistent, we're doing ads throughout the 12 months. It's like, yeah, I can get 1,000 leads in a year. Makes a lot of sense. And then over here, what we're going to do is this is our ad spend. So if we're getting a lead between that average that I put on our example board just a little bit ago, between $5 to $20, this is how much we're going to have to spend on ads throughout the whole year. Either a minimum of 1,800, right? That's super low. So it's also equating the leads, right, at the lowest because we're getting leads really quickly. Or the highest we would have to spend would be 20,000. And there's most likely a range between that. If this number sounds scary, I want you guys to look at over here how much we're actually going to get, right? So the goal is that if we spent 20,000 on these leads and they'd be converting at 15%, that would be the 20,000. We would still be making $75,000 and only have spent 20,000. So what is that? 2.5 times ish. That's a really, really great conversion rate. And it's why I do this over a year period, because sometimes it takes people longer to get to know, like, and trust us. And sometimes our conversion rate might be a little lower than that, but they're buying and then they buy back again. So this math equation can be used for anything that you guys have, right? And any lead gen offer that you're wanting to try to do. So let's calculate it, right? So Nicole, how do you get the leads? What's the actual math? How do I know the numbers that I need? So here's the math. You're going to need to know the number of orders, right? That's based off of your sales price to get to your goal revenue that you want from ads. And you're going to divide that by your conversion rate. Some of you guys may have higher conversion rates in this, right? So maybe we're giving them a freebie and then they're getting on a call, and that call would be your conversion rate, right? That you're using. I get a lot of those questions, right? Like, Nicole, where does my conversion rate come in? It really depends on the funnel that you guys are wanting to build out and how much action you partake in it. If you are, and this is for me, right? I'm at the 40%. When somebody gets on a consultation call with me, 40% of those people close immediately, right? Within 90 days, 65% of those people close. So it's also really important for us to know these numbers so that we can scale our business if ads and lead gen ads is our next step. But that's how you'll find those numbers. That's going to be your leads needed. It's either 375 for the whole year, between 1,000. and then calculate how much ad spend you need. So let's say we have those leads and it's the 500 leads, right? That's what we need throughout the whole year. Your cost per lead, this is going to be a number that you already see in Ads Manager. It's already going to tell you it's like $5, $7, whatever that average is. That's what you're going to times here. And the reason I have those average numbers, the 5 to 20, because I want to be realistic for you guys. And the higher we go, the safer we can be when we're investing, right? And if our cost per lead is lower than that, yay, we're winning. It's a good thing. And that's going to equal your ad spend needed for the whole year. And then you just divide it up by 12 months. So it really is like this awesome math equation that makes a ton of sense. So what does this mean? Let's look at the biggest numbers possible in this example, right? So let's say our leads cost us $20 a lead and they convert on the low end of 15%. That means we spend $20K on ads to get $75K in sales. So you guys are extremely profitable, even if you have like a lower gross margin, right? Let's say it's 50%. You have 50% expenses in your cost, and then you have 50% is what your profit is. So that would mean on the 75K, 50% of that, what is that, like 37.5? Yeah, you would still be in profit $17,500 from this math if you were only at your 50% profitability. So again, if you don't have a lot of overhead and you have a high profitability, this is a no-brainer to service providers. If you're willing to give it the time it needs, you're willing to be comfortable with this math, right? And understand that things fluctuate and change, and you have to make sure that your offer is already working. What I love about ads though too, is if you have the right partner, right? If you're working with Haley's team or you're working with a team like mine, they know these things already, right? They know how to tweak things. They're on your side. They're partnering with you for a reason. And if you want to learn how to do it yourself, like this is very tangible things. I love starting out with lead generation for those business owners who are wanting to test it out and learn it themselves. Because when you guys are empowered in your marketing, you're empowered in your business growth, and you're empowered with the people you bring into your business. So there's less likely for issues down the line of having to fire people, things not working the way they're supposed to, et cetera, et cetera. I'm all for more business owners learning these technical things, because that's only going to give you guys the confidence to know that it works and to invest properly from that point forward. And then, yeah, guys, that's it. I'm open for questions.
Does anybody have any questions for Nicole? I love that you were talking about the math portion of this and how important the math portion is to like measure. Mike says, can you talk about the effectiveness of ads for high ticket offers?
Yes. So the thing is ads should be used to lead generate your ideal client, right? So it should be helping us qualify these people who are then going to be sold into a high ticket offer. So for example, my done for you ads are $3,500 a month. That's the cost for just me, not my client's ad spend. And what I have done is I've actually created this awesome like Facebook ads checklist, which is like, here are all the things you need to do to set up first to know if you're even ready for ads and what are the next steps depending on their business. What this has helped me do is literally reach out to people who are ideal consultation clients, right? Who have the budget, they're able to see that, and I'm able to get them on calls and then close them. So you have to think of it as ads are like the top point, or the TOF, right? Your top of funnel, to bringing in those ideal clients and high ticket clients much quicker is really the goal, right? Because it is hard organically to find somebody who's going to invest in 5K, 10K type of products or services. But when we're actually qualifying them, giving them free things, adding value within their, process with us, man, oh man, do they convert much quicker.
Right. But you can't just drive traffic to a high ticket offer.
No.
And I would never drive cold traffic to a $9.97 or any kind of offer like that ever. Ever.
No. Of course, Mike. Yeah. And then Liz, I see you have your hand up.
Yeah, I was curious when you're tracking everything. I mean, the massive spreadsheet, how do you present this to clients, and what format. How are you kind of doing it, and what's the frequency that you're reporting it back out? Are you doing it weekly? Are you doing it monthly? Are you doing it quarterly? What does that look like?
Yeah, no, this is a great question. So my team and I are in ads every single day. We track every single sale, every single lead. We use two different spreadsheets. I have a spreadsheet calculator that I actually sell to. So like for people who are wanting to learn how to do their own ads, that tells you what you're spending on ads, what you are making back from ads or like the leads, the cost of your time or somebody who's doing the ads for you. And then it actually really gives you a profitability number, like if you're in profit, and then it gives you a lifetime value, right? Depending on if your customers come back and buy more services or more products. And then I also have a spreadsheet where for clients who are just service providers and we're focusing on lead generation, where we import all of their leads because we have access to obviously their email marketing tool. And then we also say what these leads are doing. Are they engaging? Are they clicking on this link? So it can help our client, whether they have a salesperson or they're their own salesperson, like I am for my business, go and actually personally reach out to those people who are engaging. So it makes the process really smooth because as we know, we all wish there was more than 24 hours in a day and we still have to sleep and we have families and we have, other responsibilities that aren't just our business. And so that's kind of what we facilitate there. But it is a daily intro into things, which I highly recommend for all of us if we're doing ads to do that. It takes much less time than if you're doing it on a weekly basis. And then we do weekly reports. So we let everyone know kind of what things are looking like, what we're tweaking, and how to change from there.
Yep.
Awesome. Yay.
Erin says me only having 24 hours trips me up all the time.
Right? Yeah, it's so hard. And I think something too that's scary with ads is if you don't have any experience in it, I think it like makes you uneasy, right? Like it's a lot of money to be investing when you're like, I have no idea how these works, what they're supposed to do. Are these people going to convert? And so for me, like my main goal, especially this year and to continue with my business, is to implement the facts and the knowledge and to share it so that there is more confidence in that. Because as Haley and I know, when ads are done properly, they can blow up your business very, very easily. And that's something that's really exciting.
Jamie.
Hi there. So I have a business that provides a service, but also tangible products, not digital products. And so my target is coaches that offer high-end packages. That demographic is very hard to advertise to. So do you have any suggestions for that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess my question is, are you doing things for them, like in their back end, or what service are you providing or products are you providing for them?
So for coaches that have high ticket clients, what I do is I have a gift giving service. I basically take over their gifting for their high ticket clients. So if they want to send welcome gifts, thank you gifts, milestone gifts, birthday cards, all of that. I do all of that soup to nuts for them. And then I encourage the client to do unboxing videos. So, I feel like the service product, I'm both.
Yeah, definitely. So the cool thing is your clientele is definitely on Facebook. I've done a lot of ads to that space. But I'd also look into kind of opening it up to more corporations, like smaller businesses. So LinkedIn or Google ads could also be a better space than Facebook. Because I will say those of like, I would be your ideal client, right? Like I only take on 15 clients at a time. They're all high ticket. But I don't spend a lot of my time looking through Facebook. But right. I am searching for these things on Google or LinkedIn. So sometimes it's just the wrong platform, right? If that makes sense, like they're there, they're active on it, but maybe they're not in the headspace for it on that specific platform.
Right. Yeah. Okay, great point. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And then, yeah, Mike, yep, it does. So my Done For You covers everything for our clients and making sure everything's working, ad creation, copy, design. If we need our clients to create videos, we say do this, and then we edit it. But yeah, we do everything in that.
Yep.
Okay.
Any other questions?